So, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We got to talk about it. Now, Caleb Plant, I made a video. This is a follow-up to my earlier video. Caleb Plant, he did a thing. You know, he's in Andre Ward's gym. You guys seen the slide at the beginning. And I thought this was a good look. I have to talk about this because on my last video where I talked about this very subject, I seen just almost some weird energy from the Canelo man fans. And I want to talk about that. And let's jump right into my tweet. I said, boxing fans attempt to mask fear with overconfidence when they are not really confident. Caleb Plant teaming up with Andre Ward getting pointers is smart, but reading reaction and comments from the Nello man fans, you would swear that Avni Yildirim was more of a threat to Canelo than Caleb Plant. I'm seeing, after my video where I talked about this, I'm seeing almost the opposite effect, the weirdest energy, where it's like the Canelo man fans have now pegged Caleb Plant, and since he teamed up with Andre Ward, it's like almost as if they're triggered or angry with it. I'm seeing comments talking about Andre Ward ran off into retirement because he was afraid of Canelo, which is false. I mean, why would you fight guys like Kovalev when he was fresher? Canelo fought a version of Kovalev well after he had already lost twice to Andre Ward, kept switching trainers, had already lost to Leader Alvarez, etc. So it's foolish stuff that I'm reading. And just like you guys seen there in the meme at the beginning, it's like weird Canelo fanboys, and they're diving in front of the bullet like, to protect Canelo against valid criticism. And with this particularly, what makes it so weird is this ain't even a criticism. This is him training with Andre Ward, which Andre Ward is a gold medalist. He's an undefeated fighter. He has a boxing brain and ring IQ. This is a boss move, in my opinion. There's no real wrong. And Virgil Hunter is a great trainer who's led fighters into prominent victories and has a great gym, no nonsense type of gym, quiet gym, where they don't have a bunch of outside noise. You really have to be there with the mentality to work. I've been in Virgil Hunter's gym. Daniel Jacobs, he fought and trained out of Virgil Hunter's gym for the Golovkin fight. I went to that fight. He did very good. I thought he beat Golovkin, things like that. So I like this move. I think this is a boss move from Caleb Plant, but it's almost created some kind of attack mode for the Canelo fans, which is really weird, because you would think that if you have so much faith, that's why I call it fear. If you have so much faith in Canelo and think he's the beast and things like that, then you shouldn't be bothered by this move. You should be like, oh, that's a good look. He's training with Andre Ward, Virgil Hunter potentially. And the funny thing is, Canelo fans have kind of went into overdrive. Caleb Plant hasn't even officially confirmed if he's training out of the Virgil Hunter gym or if he just stopped by and took some pictures and spent a day with him. But yet and still, we've seen this weird reaction from the Canelo fans as if they're angry that he's like it's a good move and it's a good look. I mean, what are you supposed to do? He's fighting in the biggest fight of his life. He's making the most money that he's ever made. Canelo, some people have him ranked #1 pound for pound. Some don't, because he's failed PED tests and they thought, you know, he kind of picked. He's training at least in some pictures, or at least for a day or whatever. I'll let Caleb Plant explain that more, his situation, what this is. But you're getting knowledge from a GOAT and Virgil Hunter, Andre Ward and SOG, and it's like that almost made the Canelo man fans more, which leads me to believe it has to be fear, because when Canelo fights Liam and Average Eardrum and all these other guys, he just fought him in Yildirim in February, and you don't see a reaction, like, because the guys that people think Canelo is, there's no hope, they're no hopers, and there's no way they can defeat him, or there's nothing they could do with him. You don't see this energy, but you see all this angst and built up aggression and fake. That's overconfidence. That's fake confidence, because you know Caleb Plant is really trying to win, and he's trying to assemble a team or the Avengers to help him on his mission. Can he do it? We're going to find out in November, but it's just weird seeing my last video and the reaction. They're like, oh, Andre Ward, he's not going to be in the ring. He can't help him. I mean, it's a good look. You're training for the biggest fight and you're getting an expert who had big moments and has been in big fights and been underdog and been the favorite. So either way, it's not a bad look, but the Canelo man fans are so fearful, it looks like, that they don't even want to see this. They don't like the energy. They don't like that it's a good look. So you see this masquerading as confident, but it's truly fear. I think it's a good fight. We'll see how it plays out. You guys can let me know in the comment section, but I like the move from Caleb Plant. I don't think there's any bad in it, right? Virgil Hunter, great dude. Like I said, very knowledgeable. He's in shape. This was what Canelo fans should really want. The best version of Caleb Plant. Because if you really are confident, then you think, oh, hey, my guy, the guy I'm backing is going to smash him. So I don't care what Caleb Plant does. But in essence, we got a reaction that was so opposite when I made that last video. Weird. For me to see Caleb Plant pulling out all the stops, linking with a guy as classy and educated as Andre Ward, I like this. But this has somehow turned the Canelo man fans into overdrive mode. You know, I've seen almost, and this is why I say it's fear, because you see almost the opposite reaction of what you would expect. This, by all intents and purposes, is a great look and a great mood for Caleb Plant. If you want to win, you know, why not get a nutritionist? Why not be in shape? Why not seek out the tutelage and mentorship of guys like Virgil Hunter, a great trainer, a guy like Andre Ward who ended undefeated? But instead of just saying, oh, this is going to be a good fight, I'm still rocking with Canelo, you see the fears seeping out. It's seeping through some of these guys' pores because they're treating Caleb Plant like he's making an egregious mistake. And that's how I know it's fear. I can always smell fear because you didn't see this from Canelo man fans. Anytime he fights somebody where you know it's going to be a blowout and there's zero threat level or very low threat level, you never see this type of reaction. So that's what I was saying in my tweet. You would swear that average Pilgrim Eardrum, Avni Yildirim or whatever, you would swear that he had a better chance to beat Canelo than Caleb Plant for all the marbles and undisputed based on the commentary. Because I did the video about Andre Ward and Caleb Plant teaming up in some capacity. We still haven't heard from Caleb Plant, you know, to see if this is, he's going to spend a whole camp with them. Danny Jacobs did, and he did great versus Gennady Golovkin. I went to his media day in Virgil Hunter's gym back when that happened, right? So we don't even know if this is just, he was just in town because he's a snack athlete. Snack's also in the Bay Area where I'm at too. So at the end of the day, we don't even know if this is a long-term thing, but you hear the fear in the comment section and people are, they're just hating and saying that Caleb Plant is going to get beat up worse. Like it sounds so crazy. I'm seeing people turn on Andre Ward and say that Andre Ward got dropped by Kovalev. I mean, but tell the rest of the story. Then he went on to beat Kovalev. First fight was close. I was there. So you guys could believe a bunch of people. I was at both Ward Kovalev fights. Second fight, he stopped Kovalev. So it's like, you got a guy like Caleb Plant. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. You're in a big time fight, act like it. I have no beef with that. But for whatever reason, like you seen in the meme that I played earlier, the Canelo man fans, they use it as an opportunity to bash Caleb Plant even worse, bring up weird stuff. Oh, Caleb Plant compare Victor Conte to Nipsey Hussle. Caleb Plant, I seen some of the Canelo fans was talking about, he said something about fans at home sipping Modelo's. It's just weird energy for such a great fight. So I'm looking forward to the fight more. I really don't think you could go wrong having Andre Ward in your corner or Virgil Hunter in your corner. That's never going to be a bad look to me. But again, you would swear that this was a bad move based on the Canelo man fans because they almost went into overdrive because of it. But when Canelo fights Avni Yildirim or Liam Smith or Liam, you don't even see this energy. So something's up with that. So to me, that's fear. and they know it's a good look and it's a good move. That's why people are talking about Canelo would beat up Andre Ward and he ran off into retirement in ridiculous comments. So go ahead, Caleb Plant, get your learning on. Some people take boxing too personal. You know, two guys got families. One's an underdog. They're both champions. You know, both guys are gonna try to win. It's just that simple. But for whatever reason, people, I guess the beta males and stuff, they can't control their fear and emotions. I really love the look of Caleb Plant going to Virgil Hunter's gym. Even if it's a short stay, if he's spending the whole camp with them, either way, it's a great decision. But you see from the Canelo man fans, it's like it enraged them that he teamed up with such a great legendary fighter. Weird behavior, but at the end of the day, undisputed. I guess it hypes up the fight. Caleb Plant got at Canelo sideways and accused him in his gym of being dirty. So the fight's just getting more interesting. Fox, PBC, y'all got one. DAZN probably wish they had this fight. That's my time. Let me know what you guys think. Use my link in the description to get TubeBuddy, an awesome browser extension if you want to make money off YouTube like yours truly. I've been using it for years. You could use it as well. And click my link. I got a link tree so you can get to all my links, or the independent TubeBuddy link, ESPN Plus affiliate. Use all those links. That helps the channel so I can continue kicking out. I'm an independent creator, freelance. I do this by myself. Multiple ways to support the channel. You can donate below, all that good stuff. But all I know is payday. You want payday. I know that this fight is very interesting, especially with the fan base. The fan bases going at it. So let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. And I'm out. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.